Listen, Candace Bailey is on the lam yet again. Literally, she just will not stop riding that thing. It is adorable.
It is.
Jessica Chobot's here.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for having me back. We are coming to you live.
I am shocked you are alive after your weekend.
I know, me
ladies.
too,
You want
actually.
to tell the kids at home what you did?
So, folks, Blair Herter took me on a 20-mile-long bike ride, which is the first time
2 mistakes in that sentence.
that I have ever done that in my entire life, and it was horrendous. And my legs are shaking as we speak.
Oh my God. Well,
Yeah.
then you're,
I'm hanging on to this too.
you're bracing for
Hey,
impact.
everybody.
But this is a perfect physical shape to be in today because Tony Horton is here. P90X is Tony Horton.
So yeah, so I found out on Sunday that I'll be doing the P90X, and I'm terrified. I'm terrified.
Well, Sarah Underwood will be with you as well, so you guys can suffer together.
But here's the thing.
Yeah.
Sarah works out.
Yeah.
I sit on my couch.
This is true, which is why it's going to be hilarious television. I'm going to sit off to the side and have a sandwich. And just.
You're such a jerk.
I'm still hungover from Saturday, so
Wow.
and it's really like I'm such a Tony Horton fan. I threw a P90X Christmas party, which you'll see. We'll talk about that in the interview.
Why are you hungover? From Saturday?
From the Renaissance Fair. Huzzah is a trigger word now. I just had it was like honey mead chased with beer, chased with more honey. I got so drunk, I truly do not remember going to the knife throwing booth and throwing knives. What? Which is sad, but also look, at the Renaissance Fair, you could be so drunk you don't know you're throwing a knife. They'll still let you throw a knife at the Renaissance Fair. That's amazing.
Just as long as you don't try to reenact like Joffrey or something.
No. I was.
Like, you are the reason. Curse.
Apparently, I hit the ceiling of the tent. I hit the floor several times, and then a woman made me sing "I'm a Little Teapot" to embarrass me.
Are you serious?
And I did. Yeah. I also won a turtle race, so thanks, Renaissance Fair. Pretty sweet.
What does one win when one wins a turtle race?
What was that? You get
What
you
do
get
you
like
win?
tokens that you can trade in for like yield switchblade, and like it's like a carnival. I don't remember much of it, but I know I had a good time. Huzzah!
Huzzah! And on that note, let's round about the net, shall we?
Let's. If I've said it once, I've said it 1,000 times. Creating robots that can do anything more complicated than vacuuming your floor, it's a terrible idea. Yeah. Don't do it.
Yeah. Case in point, this impressive robot seagull being demonstrated at the Gadget Show live.
Its design is based on the herring gull. It has a wingspan of 2 meters. Like it has...
Poor Gadget Show. I can't believe they let Michael Bay do a remake of The Birds, dude.
That's an unfair attack. Michael Bay is known for his special effects. You can't judge it until you see the finished product. There we go. Way better than Transformers 2. Yeah.
That's not really saying much. Rhett McLaughlin and Link Neal.
Give him a week in post, and the seagull will be racist too. It'll be even better. That's the Michael Bay signature
I'm
touch.
just stepping away. Rhett McLaughlin and Link Neal have made a career out of filming low-budget commercials for local businesses.
Yes, their latest ad offers up a starry-eyed, if not entirely questionable solution to keeping your kids off those dangerous and dirty streets.
Hey, kid, would you like some drugs? The first one is free.
Want to check out my van? I got some candy.
Hey, kid, want to join our gang and spray paint under a bridge?
No, bug off, man. I'm going roller skating.
I'm Brad Armstrong, owner of Roller Kingdom in Reno, Nevada, keeping your kids off the streets since 1999.
I say no to drugs. I say no to gangs.
I say no to unplanned pregnancy.
I say no to meth.
Man, And this roller kingdom is really putting us out of business.
You said it, man. This deal sucks.
But you know what? Maybe we should give up this life of crime and start roller skating!
Yes! Yes! Say yes to roller skating and say no to being popular.
Aw, I used to roller skate all the time. I was popular. I still
you?
was not popular. No. I got my butt beat almost every day.
Really? You couldn't skate away?
I got like,
Those giant eraser stoppers in front? Did
Yeah,
you really?
exactly. I
You actually
tripped.
roller skated, not aggressive inline?
What is aggressive inline?
It's what the cool kids did instead of roller skating. Inline because your wheels are inline, and aggressive because you just can't look. How intimidating does this look? Barreling at you at like a good 12, 13 miles an hour? All the way to the 7-Eleven to get a Slurpee? You have to take your skates off because they wouldn't let them in the store, so then you're holding roller skates and a Slurpee.
Yeah, that sure did make you look
I didn't have a
cool.
lot of sex in high school.
Yeah.
Didn't have a lot of it.
What do you mean in high school?
Yeah. Don't have a lot of sex. Gee, that is a valid correction. I don't have a lot of it. Online, though, tons. Second Life, World of Warcraft.
Second Life.
Let's move on to the. Look, finally, here's the saddest video to come from Texas since the Zapruder film.
Here's songstress Lisa Gale Allred explaining her rules and regulations about glances from the opposite sex. Plug your ears for her 3-second rule. I mean it.
In order to be a man, you gotta toe the line, and as long as you're able, we'll do just fine. Now my baby should only have eyes for me. I know there's some girls you wanna see. Well, that's when my 3-second rule comes into play. You can only look for 3 seconds, then look away. It's called a 3-second rule, like the kind of rules you had in school. It's just my 3-second rule. It's designed to keep my man in line as long as he knows the 3-second rule.
Stop it! Oh. Well, now that we have absolutely nobody left watching the show,
So sad.
Brooke Hogan really let herself go.
Oh, man.
I want to instate a 3-second rule about watching that video, if we could, because that was tragic.
Dude, seriously. There haven't been that many humiliated cowboys since we lost the Alamo. Oh, I feel so bad saying that.
Too soon, Chobot.
Yeah, too soon. All right, whatever.
They should have just took to the basement. They'd have been safe there.
Cheese.
Thanks, Chris.
Cheese!
That's because there is no basement.
Hey!
Deep in the heart. Just let's go to commercial. Do you want to?
I would like to, yes.
Please.
Still ahead, the government could take all your Facebook data, and thanks to CISPA, you won't be able to stop it.
Boy, mixed reactions on that CISPA thing. You're gonna get learned right after this. Oh, it's such a bad song, and it stays right there.
Oh,
Stays
yeah,
right there.
it
It's my
hurts.
ringtone now.
Oh.
God, no. It's time for tweets, everybody. Let's do that now. You want to read one? Should I read one?
Sure,
You tell
I'll
me.
read one.
Go for it.
I like the first one. I'm from Texas, and I'd like to apologize for that video. I'm so sorry. You should be!
Yeah, add that video to the laundry list of things you should be apologizing for if you're from Texas.
Aw.
Have you been there?
I like Austin.
Well, that's not fair. That you can't. It's a little blue island in the middle of Texas. I don't know. I love Texas. Seriously, I don't really care.
All right.
Real Deal Neil 83 says Tony Horton on AOTS. You guys better bring it.
Oh, consider it brought tin.
I was telling him we quote him all the time. Like my girlfriend and I are constantly shouting like German potato soup at each other. You would think we're crazy for a laundry list of reasons, but especially if you heard us quoting Tony Horton videos to each other, it's insanity. Well, I guess it's not insanity. That's a different thing. It's
I was gonna say,
it's
yeah.
P90X-ish. Whatever. He could kill me. I'm not gonna make any more jokes about Tony Horton.
Just stop. Just
Okay,
stop.
thank you.
Shh. Now, if you want to be part of the show and end up on our Twitter wall, tweet us at AOTS or use the hashtag AOTS.
Hey, it's news o'clock.
According to Sarah Underwood's Standard Time, that is.
That's right, and it's time to start the feed.
All the news you need to know. The feed.
It's Monday, April 30th, and here are your top stories. Microsoft is looking to help Barnes & Noble take on the ebook domination of Amazon and Apple with a major investment in the Nook. It's a $300 million partnership in the bookstore's new spin-off company dedicated solely to their e-reader device, which at $1.7 billion is already worth $900 million more than the rest of Barnes & Noble. The deal will likely mean a pre-installed Nook app on all devices running Windows 8 and could eventually lead to beefing up the Nook itself to compete with the Kindle and iPad. If you listen closely, you can hear the sounds of millions of paper books beeping everywhere. It's so sad. Scientists have just discovered an organism that might hold the secrets to the existence of all life on Earth. How cool! The algae-eating protozoan uncovered in Norway has a gene sequence unlike any known life form on our planet and possesses qualities from plant, animal, and fungal species. To categorize it, researchers had to create an entirely new branch on the tree of life and says it's the closest living example on the original organisms that spawned all animal life on Earth. Now, it's a huge discovery for better understanding the origins of human life, and hey, it's not a face hugger or a chest burster, so it sounds like a win-win to me. Yeah. Now, a Titanic sequel is on the horizon, and it's coming in the form of a new, rebuilt version of the world's most famous unsinkable ship. Australian billionaire Clive Palmer is working with a historical research team to build a functioning replica of the RMS Titanic, an ambitious project he's been eyeing for some time now. Palmer says it will be just as luxurious as the original Titanic and include updates to the original ship's design that will increase its fuel efficiency and, more importantly, its sturdiness and maneuverability to avoid those pesky iceberg things. And finally, people do some pretty messed up stuff to their exes, but nothing compares to the dentist who removed her ex-boyfriend's teeth. Yes, the Polish woman agreed to treat a toothache on her former boyfriend who had recently dumped her, but she decided it was a golden opportunity for payback, so she removed every single one of his teeth. Now, because of the heavy bandaging, the guy didn't even realize till he got home, and his new girlfriend was so grossed out that she immediately broke up with him. Nice gal. Now the vengeful dentist could face malpractice charges and up to 3 years in jail. Moral of the story, don't ask the girl you just dumped for any favors, especially if they involve Novocaine. I'm Sarah Underwood. You've just been learned and fed. Let's go over to Jessica.
Now, still ahead, Tony Horton, the creator of fitness sensation P90X, is here live, and I'm terrified. And later, I took a field trip to Gentle Giant to help design a pink Hulk. You heard me, guys. It's pink, and not because I'm only a girl, because I like pink.
If you've ever seen ads for the fitness craze P90X, and the answer is yes, you have, our next guest will look very familiar. Please welcome Tony Horton, everybody. Kevin, how are you, man?
Look at you.
You just crushed me.
I'm sorry.
My dainty, hungover Renaissance fair arms, my lord, of all days to have you here.
Oh, right.
Because I'm a huge fan of yours. You're inspiring, and that must be painful to hear that you're an inspiration to guys like me. Like,
no.
Just a frail nerd skeleton is like, you have inspired me.
You look marvelous. I gotta tell you, you're fantastic. You're lean, you're beautiful. I mean, what you've done is great. And I also heard you had a P90X Christmas party, and you didn't invite me?
You were supposed to get an invite. I'm sure it got lost in the mail. But I did throw a P90Xmas in your honor, and everybody was required to show up. Though you were on that was the invite that I sent out, was Tony Ho-Ho Horton.
Oh, look at me.
And nice. Don't sue me, by the way. This already happened.
My
and that was
lawyers
me.
will be calling you very shortly, actually.
I've got nothing to give, believe me. But even the dog was dressed up, and we were all very fitness themed. Because inspiring me to get in shape that's okay, great, and you did, and it really from changing my diet to actually trying to learn about working out. But you must hear this on a daily basis from people that have said you've literally changed their lives.
Well, actually, I was in Mammoth this weekend shooting the brand new P90X infomercial. Plug. Yes. and I put my ski boots on, and people there's a line that starts forming at my bumper. You know, it's just really, Mr. Horton, I want to thank you so much. I can ski now because before I was a big guy and eating all this crap, and now I'm, ripping down the mountain. And a couple comes up and they say, hey, we're doing it together with our kids. And especially when I walk through airports, people stop me and say, this 65-year-old guy sitting across from me said, I can ski now because my daughter forced me to do this P90X, but now I'm going to Jackson Hole and can ski, yeah.
As long as they're not in line for the Cinnabon at the airport. Like,
yeah.
Hey, Tony, the DVDs didn't work out for me, but I know your face.
Yeah, right. Actually, right. Then after they talk to me, they go to Cinnabon and they grab lunch, which is depressing.
Do you find, well, that's the half of it, right? Like, I mean, it's one thing to have a fitness routine, to run in place for a little while, to do whatever it is, but without the diet side of things, like your book, there's the ebook coming out now, too. You have a giant section devoted to health and nutrition, and it starts off with, you got to X out the alcohol, which I take an issue with, but I mean, that's...
Collective groan off stage. Yeah, whatever. But, it really depends on how clean you want to be. I mean, one size does not fit all. You can't expect everybody to eat like me. I mean, I don't do the caffeine and the alcohol, and now I'm cutting out sugar, which is really hard. Because I like a piece of, brownie and chocolate cake and key lime pie. Let's just think about that for a second. But, now I'm eating more strawberries and blueberries and blackberries, and I'm miserable as hell, but I look good.
Right, that's what's important, right?
No,
that's
but no, I mean, really, it's a two-piece equation. I mean, you cannot exercise, and use that as an excuse to eat garbage. You've got to fuel yourself properly. You've got to make sure that you find ways to make healthy meals taste good. So I tell folks, make 90% of your meals healthy and clean. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Those main calorie meals, make sure you look down and you see ingredients you can pronounce. That's kale, that's a salmon, that's a potato. Good,
McRib is really easy to say, though.
Yes, that's true.
It's true. Just rolls off the tongue.
That's true. But, you look at a bag of corn chips and you flip over and you see 43 ingredients and 5 of them are color. I mean, that's cancer in a bag. I mean, why would you want to eat that kind of stuff?
No, you want your cancer in a tube, like Pringles style. And you can repurpose it later.
Yeah.
You not only do you transform people, your life kind of went through a transformation. Let's say 12 years ago or so.
Yeah.
Was it an overnight thing for you? Because I know you were in LA, you were doing the acting, comedian kind of thing, as well as personal training.
Yes. I used to go to Pasadena at 2 o'clock in the morning and work at Cafe Club Lounge in front of 3 drunk guys throwing straws at me, That comedy thing worked out fantastic for me. But I mean, it was a fun ride. It helped me be more comfortable on stage.
Sure.
And you've done P90X, and P90X has got a certain amount of silliness in
Absolutely.
it. I mean, I was in a plane going to QVC in Philly, and the pilot came out and said, "Hey, man," I don't know who was flying the plane at the time, but he came out and said, "Hey, man, you're the first guy who made hardcore fitness something I look forward to doing." And before it was just drudgery. And because there are breaks and there's pause buttons, and I do a horrible imitation of a pterodactyl.
The pterodactyl.
Thank you. Let me see your
the Tony Dactyl.
Yeah.
Is kind of like this,
right?
Yeah. And then you got to something, and then we reverse.
Yeah. You are a devotee.
Let's climb our legs.
Yeah.
I don't care. How do you feel that day? Get them up there. Take one. This is the easy way. I know the whole damn DVD. Just the entire thing. I love it.
Hit me again.
I love it. It's really, the first one hurt me. I didn't want to go for a follow-up. You are very, we get it. You're a strong man.
I'm a little hurt too.
And diversified too, because you're also getting into watches and getting into food that just arrives at your doorstep magically. How is this working?
Well, it is all magic.
You've developed teleportation.
I have. It's P90X3, deportation. Deportation, that's not right.
That's very alienating.
Yeah. Oh!
Thank you for being gentle.
Nice.
I don't know where this is going, but no. Because the food is such an integral part. You now have a home delivery service that's coming out nationwide.
We're going to be launching in about 3 to 5 weeks, and it's called TH Kitchen. And because a lot of folks struggle with the food thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
They go to restaurants and they get confused, or they go shopping and they think, oh my God, I don't know what to do here.
Right.
And a lot of folks aren't cooks. I'm not a cook. So if it comes to your house and it's fresh and it's organic and it's tasty, it's just a way to help people solve that part of the equation, which is the healthy food thing.
Love it. And where does I know where alcohol falls on the scale, and I know the calories and the sugar and all that jazz. Somebody out there said, they tweeted at me and they said, Kevin, you got to ask about medicinal marijuana. Where does that fit in on the P90X workout? Is that like a week 3 thing? Is that like a week 4 thing?
I think it's phase 7.
Phase.
Yeah, definitely into phase 7. I
don't recall seeing
phase 420, I believe, is.
Oh my God!
That's where it shows up.
That's a late night infomercial I can get behind. You got to cut that out as well.
Well, you know, I mean, look, if you want to get a little high once in a while and it helps motivate you, you know what I mean? I'm not here to slow you down,
That's
my man.
what I want to hear.
I'm not here to... Whatever gets it done,
Thank
you.
you. Thank you for admitting that. And finally, this guy, this Sean T, this insanity guy. He told me through his powers of infomercials that he has the workout that is the most insane ever, and it's the craziest one committed to DVD. Is he lying to me, or is he? Because it sounds like he's calling you a liar, Tony.
I got a twitch going on over here. You know, Sean T is part of the Beachbody family.
It's not what I want to hear. This doesn't sound. This doesn't sound
You want more
aggressive or
controversy?
antagonistic.
You know,
Yes.
Ask me about CrossFit if you want controversy.
Let's fire.
See that? Here we go. I'm going to get so much crap for even just saying that.
Well, let's hear it. Let's fire a shot across the CrossFit bow.
Well, you know what I will say about not only CrossFit and insanity is if you love it and it's working and you're not getting injured in the process, then that's exactly what you should be doing.
Sounds like that asterisk, though, is an important one. Do you think, like, CrossFit
injuries, everything. You know, the idea
injuries?
is to be consistent. You know, variety, consistency, intensity. You need to combine those three things in the course of your routine, whether it be 60 days or 90 days or the rest of your life. But the idea with P90X is you want to get through all 90 days. You don't want to get hurt on day 70 or day 15. And so, you know, Sean T's program is super intense. It's hardcore. It's interval training, and you can't go in there cocky. Same thing with CrossFit.
Yeah.
You know, you've really got to be careful because it becomes very competitive, where P90X isn't really competitive. It's a routine that you do in your house. You put the disc in, you follow along, you keep up. Hit the pause button if you want to. Whereas CrossFit, you know, people are attacking each other. They're, you know, moving tires across highways. It's craziness, you know?
Today we flipped tractors. What? Yeah, 7 times back and forth in the parking garage. That was it?
But, you know,
sounds like a workout.
Some folks, they love it and they're committed. And if you're getting through it and having fun and you're with like-minded people and you're not getting hurt, then it's a good thing, too.
Well, that's a good message as well. Tony, it's such a pleasure to meet you, man. It really is
Kevin,
an inspiration. Thank you for coming and chatting. Tony Horton, and you're going to stick around as well, actually, because when we come back, Tony's going to make Sarah and Jessica break a sweat, busting some P90X moves. Yeah, baby.
I had to pick this one.
Fitness happens! Yay!
Hello, boys and girls. Well, we got the gals here. We're going to do a little routine. We're going to do a little routine that I do with the troops. I've been to Japan and Europe all around, and our military wants to be in shape because they have to pass the PT test. Oh, right. So you don't even need to know what that is.
No.
I want to be in shape because I want good abs and a good booty. So
You're kind of already there. But, but I'm going to make them even better. And you are as well.
Whatever.
Jessica, you look amazing.
Awesome,
Sarah,
Jessica.
you do too.
Awesome. So this routine is 4 moves. All right. So the first one's going to be a push-up.
Okay.
All right. We'll just do a couple. All right.
So
then we're going to do a little cardio move, and then a little ab move, and then a little leg move.
Got it.
Are you ready to rock?
Yeah!
All right. Here we go. So.
Push up position?
Yeah. So push-up position.
Okay.
We're going to do 5.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Ready.
So I'm going to do a push-up, then we're going to go to up dog. You know what up dog is?
Yeah.
All right. So just follow me. Follow me. The folks at home will love it. Here we go. So we're down, and then you come up here. This is upward dog.
You want to do upward dog?
Oh, shaking already on the first move. That's not good. All right, you go to another push-up if you can, low as you can. And this is downward dog. Stick your booty in the air. Nice. And then back to push-up. And then upward dog. Jessica, you all right? Is that English? I got a program called P90X. You're digging it. You're going to dig it. Good. Now downward dog. Here we go. Oh, yeah. Stick it in the air. Then walk your feet to your hands. All right, now we're going to do a little sprint run. You ready?
Yep.
When I say sprint, run in place.
Okay.
When I say freeze, bring one leg up.
Okay.
It's about balance. Balance is important.
Got
Speed
it.
and balance. Are you ready?
Speed and balance.
Sprint, girls, go! Freeze.
Frozen. Right
Nice.
here.
Nice. Good. Go ahead. Sprint again. Sprint. Freeze.
But both my legs are down.
Sprint again. More sprinting. Hold it. Nice. There you go. So there's number 2. Let's hear it for the girls. Come on.
I have a moist stash already.
A moist stash.
Moist stash right here.
Nice. That's hot. That's totally hot. All right. So let's do a little row your boat. All right. This one's about balance as well on your abs, because I know you want the ab thing.
Yes.
All right. So start with your knees in.
Okay.
Hands out. Yeah. Knees in, hands out.
Huh?
There you go. Like that.
Oh, like that.
Yeah, well, don't get too. sexy with it. Here we go. All right, so here we go. Feet out, hands in, like that, and back in. Oh, look at you! You found your wheel.
I got
You
it.
found your wheelhouse. Nice. Nice. One more, and up. All right, good. So we got a little plyo lunge move. This is the brand new P98. Are you ready?
I'm good.
You're misting nicely. All right, so get in a lunge. Arms down. All right. So watch out for your mats; they might slip. So when I throw my arms up, my body goes up, and then I switch my legs. Switch the lunge. You ready? Up and then switch. I'm the one that fell. You both kicked butt. Nice. And then again, and again, and again, and again. Ladies, fantastic. Nice, nice. Ready for the next push-up?
Yeah.
We're not
I'm not so good.
Aren't we done?
8, 7, 6,
Push up.
5, 4,
Raise that leg.
Oh, thanks.
Raise it up. Raise it. Oh! Other side. Nice. One more.
I'm tired.
Paramedics. We need.
That was good.
That was good.
So good.
Good.
So you do that for an hour?
We do a version of that for an hour.
Oh my goodness.
It's good, right?
I see why you like it so much, Kev.
Do you love it, Kev?
I enjoyed watching all of that. Yes. I had a great time not having to go through any of that right there.
The very abbreviated version of P90X and everything else. Are we done?
Good.
Oh, we're done.
Are we out of time?
I think we're out of time.
And everybody,
That is it.
thanks to Tony Horton.
Yeah.
And sure to pick up his book. Bring it!
Yeah. Now over to lurking Kevin over there.
Yeah. Listen, hulking out is usually a bad thing, but not in this case.
Nice.
Pew, pew, pew.
It's the Wonka Factory of Toys. Gentle Giant is not only home to the world's finest collectibles, but it's where movie studios go to turn their intellectual properties into lifelike recreations. On the front line is Ashley Powell, Director of Product Development for Gentle Giant. So tell me a little bit about your job.
Basically, my job is to take some of our licenses and create a product from start to finish, which would be working with 2D artists, sculptors, and then finding a factory in China to manufacture it for our collectors.
Like, how did you end up getting and finding yourself having this job?
Well, actually, I went to school to be an industrial designer, and I never actually did any kind of toys. I started working for this collectible company, and I just networked, and I ended up working at DC Comics. And actually, how I came across Gentle Giant is that we had hired my company to do prototypes. And one day I was kind of like, maybe I could move to California. I came out here, and I've been here for about 5 years, and I love it. Dusty, you are! So, this is my office.
This is awesome.
So we have all different kinds of product that's in process right now. One of our really cool products that we're working on is the Deadpool pencil holder. And you can kind of see his brain there and some of the Chinese stars that are actually be erasers.
Oh, cool.
He's one of my favorite guys. Ooh. We decided for the Phantom Menace movie, there was some artwork done with Yoda with the 3D glasses on.
So if I shrunk myself down and looked through these, would I actually be able to see in 3D?
Looks good.
Thank you.
So today, we're actually gonna make a mini bust of Hulk. But not just any Hulk, it's gonna be the Red Hulk. Maybe we can get started on that.
Fantastic.
We're in the 2D art department, and this is where the magic kind of begins. So we need to come up with some ideas and some poses that we can actually submit to Marvel. We should really do something really menacing and get down and make it really evil looking.
Yeah!
Perfect.
Oh, awesome. Okay, I mean, that's not bad. I like that.
I think this is a thumbs up, and we should get started sculpting it.
Perfect. All right, let's head on up.
All right, cool.
Once you have the finished sketch, a 3D digital drawing is made to get a sense of how the final bust will look.
So actually here at Gentle Giant, we actually do a lot of our sculpting digitally. So the reason we do this is that it actually saves us a lot of time, and we have a lot more flexibility to change the poses, and say 3 days later we want to go back to original pose. You're not worrying about reworking that in, say, clay or a wax material.
I would like to see the Hulk with Pamela Anderson boobs. Oh my gosh, you're so good at this. You do this a lot at home, don't you? Minus the boobs, my Hulk gets sent to the 3D printer where magic is used to turn it into an actual sculpture.
So over here is our 3D printer. And what you'll see going on here is it's actually adding material to create the physical piece that we put in through the computer.
What kind of resin are you guys using to make this happen?
It's basically it's kind of like a plastic material without being super scientific. It actually kind of look like this naked Dumbledore. So you can kind of get a feel for the material and what the final piece is going to be. So you can kind of see some of the build lines in there that we'll need to polish out before we go to mold and before we can paint this piece.
So after that prints out with Hulk, this is what we're going to end up with, and this is what we make the mold out of?
Yes.
Oh, that's pretty cool. All right, sweet, let's go do that. Plaster molds of the sculpture are then used to deliver the final product.
We are in our mold shop, and this is where we're going to take the output of the Hulk and we're going to mold and cast it into pieces that we can actually paint. Over here we have our pressure pots, and we're actually getting ready to take out the Hulk piece now.
The head, the torso, and the arms are pulled from the molds and assembled.
So we have our Hulk. And he is ready to go to paint now after we get the little pieces cut off.
It's time to put some color on this baby's cheeks. Okay, I'm gonna go with this one. All right, no, let's lighten that up a little bit. Like lighter. Lighter red. A little bit lighter red. Teensy more lighter red. Okay, perfect.
So we have finally finished every phase and we're ready to unveil our pieces.
I thought we did a fairly good job. I'm ready for an unveil.
Okay.
All right, you go first.
All right, here we go. He has his gnarly teeth and his yellow eyes and his black fingernails. He's pretty accurate to the Red Hulk.
Looks typical. How about this? Boom! Shakalaka! Comic-Con? WonderCon?
No.
E3? Garage sale?
You can take it home with you.
Thank you for letting me come here and invading everybody's space. Thanks to Gentle Giant. Product manager, pretty rad job. I'm very impressed.
You took it home, right?
I totally took it home.
Hey, listen, if you like epic amounts of humiliation mixed with just a teensy bit of triumph, then get ready, because American Ninja Warrior is back!
Yay! It's a battle of man versus the most difficult obstacle course ever assembled on U.S. soil, all for an unprecedented $500,000 prize.
Will someone become the first ever American Ninja Warrior? It's incredibly unlikely, but tune in anyways. May 20th at 9, 8 Central on G4.
Now stick around, we'll show off a high-tech camera for online video.
Yes, Matt Myra of your reviews, the SONY bloggie, after the break. Rad Jobs is brought to you by Sonic. Shake things up at Sonic with half-price shakes after 8 p.m.
Miss the glory days of free-to-play, web-based Flash games? Then you'll want to check out Happy Wheels, a mindlessly amusing, blood-splattered obstacle course game. The concept isn't too complicated. Choose a level, a character, and make it from point A to point B, in one piece, that is. While that may sound easy, it's sort of like relearning to ride a really, really awkward bike. The physics-based mechanics are reminiscent of Quap, and riding that bike or lawnmower isn't as easy as one might think. Flub things badly enough and watch the blood spill and body parts fly. There's a ton of levels to choose from with a variety of obstacles that'll get in your way or brutally murder you, like spike strips or a harpoon. So head to TotalJerkface.com and let the carnage begin.
Tomorrow on Attack of the Show.
Comedian Eddie Izzard pops in to talk about his new sci-fi pirate film, Treasure Island. Then on DV Tuesday, we play Buy, Rent, or Pass with Haywire, the brutal spy movie starring fighter-turned-action star Gina Carano. And we'll check out a humanoid Russian space bot and a lawn-mowing droid in Robot News.
It's Attack of the Show tomorrow at 7.
You know he's professional because he read the word robot like a robot would say it. It's no big. Hey, is life treating you well? Well, maybe you should consider live streaming it, silly. Would you like to broadcast your life? Well, say hello to the Sony Bloggie Live HD. This pocket camera shoots 1080p video and has a 3-inch touchscreen. But the best part is you can broadcast live straight from the camera using Wi-Fi. You can also upload directly to YouTube and Facebook, and this camera can be yours for $250. Welcome back, Matt Myra! Hey! Wait a minute. Matt Myra and Tony Horton are never in the same room at the same time.
You know what's funny is when I heard he was coming on the show, I really was like, Tim Horton? God, I just didn't. But that's what I was like.
To be fair,
Good
those
job.
are amazing donuts.
But they are really good.
Also,
I knew it would happen eventually.
Matt Myra, you're really good because I
This is my last gadget, bro. I'll see you later.
Thank you, Matt Myra. 5 out of 5. Hey, remember when your dad missed your no-hitter when you were like 7 years old?
Yep.
I mean, not my dad. He never came to a single thing I did, but maybe your parents cared. Hey, listen. It wasn't his fault, okay? It wasn't streaming on the internet, but now it can be thanks to the Sony Bloggie Live HD.
Oh my God. That infers that your dad's just gonna watch it on the internet and not actually go to your game.
Yes.
This is one of the nicer pocket cameras we've seen. The front's brushed metal, which is really nice. It's not like the shiny plastic that gets a ton of fingerprints. Its 3-inch touchscreen is actually pretty responsive, especially for a Sony camera. Their touchscreens usually aren't. Minimal buttons, which we're seeing on a lot of cameras these days. They're just cutting down on buttons, and the interface is going. There's no zoom on here. You have to actually do it on the touchscreen.
On the touchscreen itself, right.
But there are dedicated buttons. You got the on-off button.
You don't want to zoom on this thing. It looks digital and kind of
Well, it looks worse on the display than it actually will on the video. There's a mini HDMI port on the side, which is nice, and then you got that. That's a USB dongle.
But don't say that it flips out.
No,
that
it
wasn't
sure
a flip.
doesn't. It doesn't flip because this is still being made, and that the flip is not. There's an LED light on the front, which is helpful in low light situations. Overall, the build quality is pretty solid compared to the now discontinued flip camera.
Right. All right, the flagship feature of this camera, of course, is internet functionality, but first we should probably talk about the basic video recording.
Yeah.
So how was the quality?
It was actually better than I expected. So you're getting 1080p out of this thing, which is good. It's a high-res camera. For this size, it's pretty impressive. Camera boots up quickly, and recording video, just a matter of pressing the one button.
Sure. Dedicated device should be that.
Yes.
It should boot up quickly and go.
You're right. This does all the things your iPhone does. The screen is a little washed out, though. You're not seeing the best representation of video when you're actually looking at the screen. It's going to look better when you dump it into your computer. Overall, though, it was pretty solid quality as far as the audio is concerned, too, because this is built-in stereo microphone, no mic input. Bummer.
That's a big bummer because onboard audio is never good if you try to take these to a convention.
I don't know if I can turn this light off. Hang on. There we go.
Oh my God! You did it.
Yeah. So there's no built-in mic, but the stereo mic that's on it is actually pretty good.
Okay, built-in Wi-Fi, which allows you to upload videos directly from the camera, which is kind of a nice feature.
Yeah. It is. The internet functionality on this is actually really easy to use, and that might be why you want to run out and get this camera. The Wi-Fi, basically, you just never have to plug this thing in because you transfer all the video with Wi-Fi. There's no real... The only time you have to plug it in is to charge it when you want to plug USB. You can upload to YouTube, Facebook, Picasa, Flickr.
Wait a minute. What's that hanging out at the bottom? Finally, a solution to my daily motion troubles.
Kevin, don't knock Daily Motion. They have a pretty good softcore porn collection.
Really?
Yeah, just turn the family filter off.
That's good to know.
Pro tip, kids.
This is an X-rated Myra today, my friends. Cursing like a sailor and giving porn tips.
Been a rough weekend, Kevin. YouTube uploading was very easy as well. You can even earmark videos for the vlog.
Were you at a Renaissance fair? No?
I wish I was, believe me.
Yeah.
A magical bounty of cleavage there. And booze. Listen, you can upload automatically once it's connected to Wi-Fi. So if you earmark videos, you get to a Wi-Fi signal, it starts uploading them for you.
Okay, so that's cool, but the live streaming aspect is neat. Like it's pretty plug and play, right? You just tap the screen and it streams live.
It's actually really easy to set up, and it works as advertised. Within a few minutes of opening this thing, I was live streaming. You just have to get a quick account, which is QIK, saving money on the U. And once you've signed in, it's just a matter of streaming. There's our stream going right there that we did for the B-roll. And one of the coolest features is you can see any comment on the internet.
Right, it'll kind of scroll the chat room stuff in real time.
So you don't have to wait to read it and be sad after.
Right. You can be upset in real time.
Immediately, you can know the internet hates you.
Learn that that's what I use Twitter for. I'm good.
One thing I didn't like is the Wi-Fi turns off when it's inactive. So the battery life, it's sort of to save battery life, and it takes about 15 to 20 seconds to get it reconnected. It also streams at 320 by 240, which is kind of a bummer, but it'll save the high-res video
Okay, so you still have a full
yeah.
1080p version of whatever it is you're broadcasting.
No, but what I do want to say is this can all be done on an iPhone.
What?
Or some other smart app. You just need the Quick app, the QIK app,
or the live stream app, or the Justin TV app, or the Ustream app, or the Quick Cam, or Stickcam app, or the.
Those are no dollars and no cents. And you can stream video.
But there's an argument to be made of keep a separate device to do it because you don't want to drain the battery on your phone.
Yeah, I think some people just keep separate devices just to be like, hey, look at how many stupid things I have that are redundant.
All right. So whether it's snow globes or personal blogging camcorders, how's the battery life?
Battery life's pretty good. You get 3 hours, which is 8 gigs of video. So you're gonna use up the 3 hours. So I wouldn't want to do that with my iPhone. I wouldn't want to shoot for 3 hours long and save the space.
Okay,
But anyway.
well look, for $49.99.
Yeah.
Phenomenal device.
Yeah.
You can get the Sony Bloggie Live HD for $220.
Oh.
Which is a slightly larger number than the one that I just mentioned.
Yes.
So at $220 for a dedicated vlogging device that sort of mirrors all the functionality you probably have in the phone in your pocket, what's the verdict?
You're making good points here. The price did drop $30 today. We're giving it 3 out of 5.
Okay.
And we're giving it 3 out of 5 because the build quality is really good. The video quality for a camera this size is excellent. Uploading video, streaming directly from the camera, excellent. All that said, $220, very steep for a pocket camera. Your iPhone 4S does the same thing, and you can get one of those for $200 with a contract on AT&T, and also make phone calls sometimes.
Yeah, that's the AT&T part.
So that's it. The Bloggie Live, if you want another device, go for it. It's a good thing. It just, your phone does it.
All right, that is it for today's Gadget Prawn. If you have a gadget you'd like to see us rate, email us, gadgetprawn@g4tv.com. I want to point out real quick that we were supposed to do a loop today about CISPA with Rainey Reitman from the Electronic Frontier Foundation. We're going to try to reschedule it as soon as we can. It is a very, very, very important piece of legislation that could change. I mean, look, you know that the Facebooks of the world are collecting all of your personal tidbits of info, right? And they're storing that in a little lockbox and they're not going to tell you about. Well, this piece of legislation actually gives them permission to turn it over to the government under the guise of cybersecurity, clamping down. And there's no recourse. You don't have to be notified about it. You can't sue about it if you're wrongfully swept under that. So there's a whole bunch of private information legislation going on right now. CISPA is one of the worst, and it's looking like it's going to pass.
It's very scary, and it's a bad precedent to set, in my opinion.
To say the least. So we'll do something more in depth on it, hopefully tomorrow, but if not, very soon. Rob Hates Zombies on the old Twitter wall says, "Why doesn't Dude Manrod have a workout that consists of katana fighting and eating steak?" That is a great question.
That is a great question.
I think you just pitched a new bit that we're going to do very soon. How do you feel?
I feel exhausted, but like kind of pumped.
Yeah?
Kind of pumped. Look at, check it. Yeah.
Well, do you want to hit the floor and do some more push-ups?
I don't want to do push-ups.
Thanks to our guests, Matt Myra, Tony Horton, and Sarah Underwood. Thanks to Jessica Chobot for hosting